That was good. That was lovely. That was lovely. I've got one eye, sorry, on the screen because it's got the celebrations in the background.
Oh yeah, like Nobile was saying, he just wants to watch the celebrations to make sure that we really won.
Yeah,
your mic is on mute. No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, perfect. Now I can hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah, how are you guys feeling, man? How are you feeling about?
Relieved.
I'm relieved. I was a bag of nerves going into this game, and to be quite honest, I honestly didn't give us much of a chance today. And
Really?
The way we started, I was like, yeah, I just wasn't feeling confident. You know, when you walk into a game not feeling confident, I really didn't feel confident going into this game. I felt more confident going into the City match than I did going into this one. You know, like literally the hours just before the game. Today I was like a bag of nerves. I was an absolute. My stomach was in a knot. I was like, sure. And the thing is that like today's like, yeah.
I was gonna say, but why did you feel that way? Like, why did you feel like we didn't have a chance?
I don't know, man. It was just one of those where I just in my gut to just. Not due to the personnel or anything, because even when I saw the squad, I was like, this is probably our best squad. And I think Arteta got it. When I saw the squad, I was like, this is a good squad. But it was just a gut feel. You know when you've got that feeling that, you know, it's just that those nerves. And it's not that necessarily that I felt it was just that way I felt that the guys were just, I don't know. It was just that way I just felt the guys weren't gonna do the business.
They weren't gonna come.
And maybe I felt because today was my birthday, right? So I was like, everyone is like, oh, this will be a birthday. I'm like, yo,
congratulations, birthday
Happy
boy.
And I was like, yo, now imagine if we lose, I'll always remember this day as the day Arsenal lost
Hey.
But I'm
That's
so
great,
relieved.
man.
I'm so happy.
I know, man.
I'm so relieved. I'm so happy. Yeah. And I hope
Congratulations
that, hopefully
to the team and to you as well.
Congratulations to all of you.
Yeah. we're champion. D, what about you coming into the match? How did you feel? Like
Obviously, I think a natural bit of anxiousness. I think every Arsenal fan was feeling that. But honestly, like it's been just such a strange time since the restart. I feel like with this Arsenal team, with the frustration, every result is possible.
Exactly.
I tried not to have too much expectations either way, feeling overly confident or feeling overly, a sense of dread or something. So, like, as happy as I am, I'm not really surprised because, again, we're so unpredictable at this point that every possible outcome is a possibility. So I'm just really happy because I think the transfer window might not kind of be as expensive as we'd want it to be in terms of signings for us. So my hope is if most of the squad remains in place, that this kind of thing goes towards building that momentum and confidence in the group. That's what I want. I just want
this is a good foundation to build from.
Yeah, exactly. Guys have won something together. They know how to play in really pressure moments. So that's what I hope we build on.
Yeah.
When you think of what like all the players have gone through this season, just to add on to what you're saying, you think of the likes of Xhaka, what they've gone through this season. David Luiz, what have they gone through? Mustafi, what he's gone through this season. And really, I think it's one of those where they'll really cherish it because they literally had to dig deep. They were labeled the worst Arsenal team in 25 years. They literally had to dig deep, on together as brothers when almost all of us had written them off, Pundits had written them. Us fans had lowered our expectations, And I think it would also bring them a lot of joy to themselves, that sense of accomplishment to themselves. But I think they'll also take a lot of joy of making us fans happy.
Somebody's TV is too loud in the background there.
Oh, it's probably mine. I'll turn it off.
Okay, thank you.
But it's what a great ending to the season.
Sandile, what's up, man? How do you feel, man? How do you? I mean, did you see this coming? Did you see this coming when?
Of course.
When Unai Emery was still coaching Arsenal at the start of this season, did you see us even winning a trophy?
Of course, man. I thought Unai Emery was going to do the treble this season. This was in. But no, on the real, no. I mean, I don't think there's an Arsenal fan who can honestly say that they saw this one coming. I think again, it's been said this is the worst Arsenal squad in God knows how many years.
Yeah.
And just testament to what Mikel Arteta has been able to do coming in. The fact that we've had such a bad season and we still were able to cap it off with winning a trophy. And look, I mean, people are saying that Tottenham are better than us. There's so many other clubs, even Chelsea are better than us. And perhaps player-wise, what they've got, they are better.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, like, the coach that we've got in right now, he's pulling rabbits out of hats, man.
Yeah.
The guys should be proud of what they've been able to achieve since the restart, since Arteta came in. And I think, I can't really add much more than what's already been said.
But did you doubt this outcome, like prior to the match and after the match? Because like I'm really so shocked by what Mobile just said. Like, you know what, man, I really didn't think it was gonna happen.
Yeah, look, you obviously, I mean, as a fan, you want to be realistic. At the same time, you want to, like, this is Arsenal. We've got into the final. We might as well go and win it. What's to stop us from winning it? But you're quietly confident, and you have your doubts. I mean, we know how we've been playing, right? And we know how Chelsea's been attacking as well. And I think perhaps that Pulisic injury was a blessing as well.
Yeah, it was definitely.
And yeah, like I had doubts, but I was quietly confident as well.
Okay, all right.
Yo, let me get in.
King Cobra, yeah.
Wait, this photo is with my late brother. No? We took it 2015 when we won the FA Cup. Like, that's on the night we won. So I was watching the game. I had this photo with me nearby. Like, so we did it again, my G.
It was sentimental.
We did it again, baby.
Yeah. So like, how are you feeling? Like, I mean, on the other side of the match, did you see us winning it? I mean, I know you're a very big critic.
Today was a nervy day, bro. The whole day I was, energy was just nervous energy. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't do anything. I could like stand up, sit down.
That was me.
Stand up, sit down. Go to the bedroom, come back. I took a nap. I was like,
asking yourself, is it possible? Is it possible? Can we do it?
I just couldn't shake it, bro. I was like all over my body, bro. So I'm just saying, look, I hope for the best. I just say for number 14, give the dude what he wants. Give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Finish. No more. Aubameyang is doing too much. Give him 300. I think he wanted 250, 300.
I guess
Throw in a Lamborghini. They were all tripping for a Lamborghini there.
What about you, Silky? How are you feeling, man? Like, you just jumped on. You're the last one to jump on. I know you are not specifically happy about winning, but I know you're proud that
like I said, a season away from Europe, in my opinion, would have done well for the team, or was going to do well for the team. But again, I didn't want to lose at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy that we won. Just like King Cobra, I kept going to the bedroom. I kept changing the channel. Towards the end of the game, I was watching 3.5. I'm 2.5 men. I was just too nervous, man. And even when the ref blew the final whistle, I was outside, taking a couple of drags. I heard the final whistle. I ran back into the house
just to make sure.
I can't believe it. Look, I'm happy. I'm happy, and one of the things that I'm happy about today as well, guys. I know we've chastised Pepe for being lazy, for not being involved in the game. Today, Pepe was good. Pepe played. He showed us the kind of. He showed us the kind of player that he is. He showed us why we have to pay the kind of money. And I think if we can carry on from that going into next season, we'll be good. So I'm very happy. Well, the other thing is we need to make the Ceballos move a permanent one. We can't be negotiating for another season-long loan. Just buy the guy. You know what I mean? He showed commitment for the club. He was involved. He's a brilliant player. So if we can put down Ceballos, put down Lacazette, Aubameyang, and make sure that we work on Lacazette's contract, we'll be good. So I'm very happy.
Pepe was, dude, he did everything that I've been crying about. The energy, the running at people. Like, when he was taking back and making runs. I mean, dude, Pepe went hard, actually. And that's the dude we've been wanting. That's all we want, bro. The nigga's going hard.
And I was reading a post earlier today where he was saying that it was a very difficult season for him, and he really wants to improve. And I think he was looking at the FA Cup to show or to pick up his performance, and clearly he did.
Yeah.
I'm happy. But all around,
and even to your point,
at a specific player and say that any specific player was weak. I think we played very well as a unit, and that was brilliant.
That's where I was going. I was going to ask, like, the performance. Do you think, okay, fine, never mind how he might have felt, was the performance comprehensive? Was it convincing enough to say, okay, fine, now we have a squad? Or was it one of those things that you guys feel like we scraped through? The commentator at some point, I remember saying it was 86 minutes. He's like, I can't help. No, as an Arsenal fan, I can't help but feel like they can still throw this game away at 86 minutes. But, did you guys all feel that way? Or did you feel like, you know what, at some point we had this game in the bag?
Look, it started rough. You saw it. It started terribly. It started terribly, but then the boys had fight. Even Bellerin was looking good, bro. Niles was amazing. Niles also was pulling in a shift the first half. And people stepped up and come on, you just want fight, bro. If they can just keep fighting, if they can do that, and then come on, bring in proper pieces here and there. Because Xhaka, I'm still sorry, guys. Xhaka is, come on, he loses the ball, he can't track back. I think it happened in the first half when people just beat him, bro. It's over. Even that goal, Pulisic, he raises his hand. He's not even trying to mark. He raises his hand like, what? He's offside in between you guys. What are you trying to raise your hand at? Xhaka, I can't. I can't.
I'm going to disagree slightly there. I find Xhaka personally, okay, put it this way. I think ability is there. I think coachability is there. I think he unfortunately is not a midfield player that you need him to do everything. A Vieira in this midfield, for example, could have done everything because he can cover from end to end. Xhaka is not that player. So you don't try and make him a player he's not. You play to his strengths. I think him and Ceballos have done very well since the restart in covering quite a lot of ground for two-person midfield. It's a lot of work that they've done, and I hope Arteta will get the reinforcements to support that. I think mentally for me, Xhaka has been the more impressive thing. After what happened earlier on, I honestly thought that was the last we'd see of him. So for him to come back the way he has, it's a lot about him and Arteta. And just for some extra good news, today's result means that we go straight into the Europa League group stage and Spurs going to have to qualify. So a few more games for them and
another
a few all for us, which is an extra bit of spice on that on the result. So I think for me, just to your point, Uno, I don't think we should ever judge a squad on a single result. I think it's encouraging that the players can listen and execute game plans the way a lot of people didn't think, and I was one of those who just didn't think they were capable. So I think that for me is a big plus point. But certainly there needs to be additional quality in some key areas. I would like to see. Personally, I have a feeling that Lacazette might go, so there might be a forward added, whether it's Willian or whoever. A bit of quality up front, and midfield is critical. Absolutely, the creativity is essential. So hopefully a few of those key ingredients can be added in this window. But certainly, I don't expect that everything will go well in the window. But a few additions should go our way.
Yeah.
So for me, the key,
about people. Oh, carry on.
Sorry, I was going to say, for me, the key concern, I think, during the game and towards the end of the game was just obviously the lack of mobility we had at the back. We know that our back three, besides Tierney, that two of the back three were immobile. So whenever they got pulled wide up, whenever Rob Holding got pulled into the wide position, he looked shaky and uncomfortable. So you could always see a situation where if one of the guys missed a header, like let's say David Luiz doesn't win his header and then it falls in behind and Rob Holding gets caught out, or the ball goes in behind him, then he would be in all sorts of trouble and he wouldn't be able to track back. Like that chance that Pulisic had where he pulled his hamstring, fortunately for us. That was one of those. So we always had one of those in us. And that will always be a deficiency of our team, just purely because we just don't have the ability athletically there. And we've said that, look, it's something that we would like to address, but based on how overloaded our defense is, it's probably something we won't be able to address this season. Next season. And we'll probably look, I think, to strengthening our midfield first before going to our backline. And we'll probably stick with this system just purely because it can mitigate our defensive deficiencies. But yeah, I was a bag of nerves purely because of that at the end of the day. But I mean, yeah, it was still a very gritty performance, an impressive performance, a tactical masterclass from the coach yet again. Probably wasn't for me executed as well as it was against City, but still the guys still were able to execute it, and I was quite impressed and obviously thrilled that we were able to walk away with the trophy, and I can now run around and boast to my Man United friends, say, hey, do you guys have a trophy this season?
They'll tell you about the time for the
Champions League. 2 or 3 Spurs fans and ask them, do they have trophies?
Which is where I was going to, for such a forgettable and rocky season, it's actually turned out to be quite memorable. I mean, if you think about all the things that have happened, and if this is the last day of the playing season for us, and this is the note that we leave on, then has it been that bad?
Yeah,
I mean, has it?
Yes.
No, it still has been a bad season.
I think our position in the league. The last time we came out of the top 6, I would say, in the league was about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So it has been that bad.
Yeah.
It's just that, look, we needed the FA Cup in order for us to salvage any little bit of pride, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whenever
Arsenal
make it through to the whenever Arsenal make it through to the finals of the FA Cup, in most cases they will win it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was at least that's for me. I was hoping that history would continue to play itself out, and today definitely it did. And talking about players moving away from Arsenal, I don't know if you guys read the article that I posted on the group today about Aubameyang's agent trying to negotiate a move to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Just that Chelsea didn't agree because of the wages I think that he was looking for. But for me, I hope that it's just the English media fishing, because they like to do that anyway. And like I said, whatever they say, I don't take it with a pinch of salt. I take it with a full bag of salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the timing. I mean, right on the night of the final.
Yeah, it's destabilizing tactics, bro. They're trying to cause friction for nothing, bro. When I saw it, I was like, fuck, these niggas are trying to, destabilize us. I didn't even read it, bro. I was like, Aubameyang. After all that mission to move, to move Giroud there, to send Mang into Dortmund.
Okay, but I mean, do you think he walked away? Aubameyang walked away with the Man of the Match award tonight. It was a record 14th time for Arsenal winning the FA Cup. He wears jersey number 14, but is also on the verge of leaving. Do you think, or apparently anyway, do you think that this victory is
little bit of fact before you, as you were talking about tonight. Aubameyang, I think, is the first African to ever captain an FA Cup winning side. That's another thing we need to add on to that. Yeah, he's the first African.
Context and perspective. I like that.
Black is king. Hashtag. Hashtag yourself.
Yeah. So I mean, do you see? I mean, the commentators were talking about he's beloved at the club. He's our star player, but he's also at the peak of his career, and we're far from where we should be to even have a player like that. So
every team will pay top dollar for that guy right now. I don't think any team would say, "Oh, he's 31." No one's gonna say that shit. The shit he's pulling off, he did today. That second goal, bruh. Like all those little runs, he's got too much of it, bruh. Like
too much sauce.
Too much, dude. So just give him his money. It's nothing actually, because we've got some dude in Turkey right now sitting on a bag right now. So it's actually not that bad.
I didn't even see him when the players went to collect their medals.
He's in Turkey.
No,
he's in Turkey.
They could only allow 10 additional players on top of the match day squad to come to the stadium with all the COVID stuff. So I think only the guys who've actually been playing were prioritized.
There were guys on crutches there, guys. Come on. There were guys there who
not playing. The guys who are actually involved in
them. But Mesut was involved in the earliest parts of the season. The FA Cup has been long, guys. I'm sure he played against Leeds or whoever we did play earlier on in the season.
That's a story there, man. Aubameyang's money is there, bro. Go get it from Turkey.
The likes of Guendouzi also were nowhere to be seen. So it tells you all.
Yeah, Guendouzi's in France apparently.
Yeah.
So talking about Guendouzi, what do you guys think of this Coutinho Guendouzi story?
I'm on the fence with that one.
Why?
I'm really
that's a good one.
I've never been Coutinho's biggest fan.
No,
I've never been Coutinho's biggest fan. Sorry, go on.
I think Coutinho's not a bad player, right? I mean, he does have something that he can offer us that we do not have with his long range shots, and and he's got some skill, and he does offer something.
And he's experienced.
And he's got the Premier League experience, sure. But I just worry about finding ourselves in a similar situation that we find ourselves with the guy that's in Turkey right now, right? Where he's gonna be on big wages at the club again. So and if things don't work out, then he's not gonna want to leave. He's gonna be sitting pretty on a contract that's we're gonna run for another 3 years or so. If things work out, then that's great. But it's too much of a risk for me to bring somebody on that is going to be difficult to actually make money off right now. And let's face it, that's the kind of thing that Arsenal are going to have to be working with. We don't want to have players that you can't really move on.
And also to bring him on who? Okay.
Sorry, go on.
No, carry on. It's fine.
Ladies
I was just saying, the Coutinho deal sounds like it's a loan because one, we don't have money. I think bottom line. So the kind of fee Barca wants to recoup and the wages, it doesn't sound like permanent is an option. So it's some kind of loan, 2 years, etc. And apparently with a split in wages between the two clubs. So if it's something like that, I'm happy. I would want, in an ideal world, that you get a Coutinho, you get Ceballos on loan, possibly with an option to buy for next season. And hopefully Arteta can somehow work his magic and we get into the Champions League next season. Then you're in a better position to make permanent deals. Yeah. I think right now, needs must, and as Arteta said, he's going to hustle and see what kind of options, loans and free deals and swaps are available, and then take it from there. I don't want us spunking wages on players that are not permanently at the club. I'd give Aubameyang, if he's going to sign a 3-year deal or whatever, give him his 250K or whatever and figure out the rest somewhere else. But I was never Coutinho's biggest fan, but I think Arteta could do well under Arteta because he's one, more creative than any of our current midfield options. And he's also flexible enough to play up front in a 3. So he gives you those options in the team. So while I'm not 100% sold on him, I think he would be a valuable addition to the current squad. What that happens, if it happens, what happens going forward, I don't know. But I don't think we're in a position currently to be too picky, unfortunately.
So wait, I just want to ask, everyone here is like anti-Guendouzi. You just want to see the guy go, or
I don't think it's a case of being anti-good. Well, I know for me anyway. I think the guy has a lot of potential. I think he could.
I think so too.
He could actually be a captain at something. Maybe not at Arsenal, But I think he's got the character. As much as his attitude is misplaced, it just needs to be guided in the right direction. With a strong
diamond in the rough.
Next to him. Yeah. I really think he's got what it takes to be a captain and a strong leader on the pitch, with just a little bit of attitude adjustment. You know? If it doesn't work for Arsenal, it's not working, right? And I mean, no player is bigger than Arsenal. So if he's not going to be following what the coach actually wants, then by all means, move him on. You know, get a good sell-on clause though on his contract.
My other problem with him is if he has discipline issues at such a young age and we make him a pivotal part of our team, what other discipline issues are we going to have in the future? You know what I mean? I don't doubt the guy's potential.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a good player. And like you're saying, the diamond in the rough, definitely one for the future. But if he's not managed, if we can't manage him at the club, then it's best he leaves. Because also we are a club that's ailing. We're a club that's just trying to recover to get back to where we used to be. We can't be deterred by the behavior of the
egos.
Look at, sorry, just to add in there, look at Arteta has been quite clear about what he wants and what is acceptable and what's not. Look at Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who was also out of the side for quite a while, and clearly there was an adjustment. And Arteta was willing to say, if you make the changes, you have an opportunity to get back. Guendouzi's chosen not to. That's just the reality. So for me, ability and everything, I don't doubt his ability, but clearly his mental side is a problem because it happened at the previous club he was before he joined us. He had the same thing, and now it's repeated itself. So I think he's not worth the hassle in our current setup. We can't afford to be carrying passengers. So if we can get a good fee for him, move him on.
Okay, all right.
Plus, we need the money.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, look, I like the kid, but then I remember back in the Brazen Head days, you know, one match he's like the man, and I'd say this guy's a man now. Then the following match is a boy again. You're like, so obviously that's his inexperience. And the attitude thing, it must be monumental, bro. Like to actually be shafted this hard, it can't be a light work. Like it has to be something. I'm gonna like, fuck, it's unbelievable actually. How can he have such a dramatic fall from grace after playing almost all the matches up until Arteta came? Like, it is something hectic. But I'm worried we might. I mean, I guess we'll regret it one day because that kid, there is something there. We will regret it. We'll turn around and it'll be like a.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, but
no, he's not irreplaceable. I think our current form has proven that he's not irreplaceable. So I don't think we will regret it. Because the other thing is, you don't want to push hard to keep him on, because then you make him think he's the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I mean? And in future, he will become the main problem in the change room. You want to deal with it now, because as soon as you have players that are problematic in the change room, the coach loses control and the team just falls to shit. You know what I mean?
And that's very important for especially a young coach like Arteta to gain the respect. I mean, he played with some of these guys. You guys must remember that.
Yeah.
People like the worst teammates, right?
Martinez,
Exactly. Guys like Martinez were his teammates. Guys like Bellerin were his teammates. So some of those things and the things he talks about them being non-negotiables, those are battles that he needs to win and take charge of those types of situations. And for me, I back him in the sense that if he feels this is the way he needs to get the guys in line, and he's been at the club, he knows how the club operates, and if he feels this is the method that he needs to adopt to get guys in line, then I'm going to support him, even though it is a hard decision. I would like to see the kid stay, but clearly it just doesn't fit. His attitude doesn't fit what the coach wants, and you need to, and it seems like with Arteta, you need to have to shape up or ship out.
Yeah.
As Dee said, he said the same thing to our friend Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Ainsley Maitland-Niles a step to the plate. Clearly Ozil hasn't. Clearly Guendouzi hasn't. But all the other players, you can see, you've seen him give a chance to your Mustafis. You've seen him give a chance to your Xhakas. You've seen him give a chance to your David Luiz. And for me, it shows that.
And because the players have the right mindset.
Exactly. So at the moment, he's still trying to build on that foundation first. Just get the basic trust, get that foundation, get the attitude right in the club first. And then we'll build on the quality aspects after that. So I think this is just his first step. His next step is going to be, okay, now let's add quality to the team. Let's address the key areas where we are suffering. And I just hope that obviously that the guys, the board and the management do make the right calls and they do actually pick players not based on their agents and the contacts that Raul Sanelli has with the agents, but picked by the right players for the club and make sure that we get the best deals for the club and not the best deals for the agents and players of their friends, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so with 10 minutes left in this session, I have a question. Going back to the fact that we're champions this season, it's important to reiterate that because nobody would have seen it coming. Arteta, I don't remember which month exactly he was appointed, but let's say it's in the range of 8 to 10 months. December.
So December. He was appointed in December.
So it's 8 months. He's had this job for 8 months.
The first game was in December. Yeah.
So he's had this job for 8 months.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So in 8 months, he has somehow managed to get us a trophy. Somehow, would it be too much to expect him to deliver more silverware even next season, considering that you guys mentioned this is our worst squad in 25 years, but in 8 months, this guy took this team and made them an award-winning team. So would it be then too much to expect going forward that, look, dude, you did it last season, can't you do it again this season? And can't you do it
next season?
Let's not say an award-winning squad. Please, let's not say that. We just won the FA Cup. We know an award-winning squad.
Oh, you don't regard it something
wrong. Squad, not an award-winning squad.
I respect the FA Cup, but we are the FA Cup. Look, we are the kings of the FA Cup, but you can't take this squad to any other bigger tournament and expect them to perform. So let's not call them award-winning.
Yeah. Okay,
well, they are technically, but they are not at this.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. It's like Asama is still an award, but it's not a Grammy.
So for me, guys, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic. Arteta's won a trophy, so he's got that monkey over his. He's got a trophy. He's won one more trophy than Mauricio Pochettino. End of story. Right? Now his next target is to finish in the top 4. Whether we have the squad for it right now, I don't think we've got the squad for a top 4 finish. But let's see what the guys can maybe bring in the window. And hopefully, and maybe with the Europa League also, our players will be able to get a rest midweek and you'll play a lot of the younger lads in that tournament, I'm hoping, in the group stages. And if you go out to that tournament, so be it. But I think his focus should be on the league, getting us into that top 4. I think that's his task for next season. And I think if he can achieve that, I think that'll be a great achievement for him next season. He's already got the trophy, so I think next season we can give him a free pass. On the trophy side, it's about building and making sure that we get to that. Because I mean, to be quite honest, we know we're near winning any of the other tournaments, right? We know we're near the quality of the Champions League sides. Maybe Europa, if the teams that play Champions League don't drop down, like any good sides don't drop down, then we've got a chance in that. But really, if you look at it, we won't win the league either. So it's the bonus really of winning an FA Cup or a League Cup, maybe.
My question
is, the league position finishes.
But let me get it before the 10 minutes. Listen, I think Arteta, let's go back. I want us to do something where this dude gets given time. I think he's bought himself 3 more years, 4 more years. Like, we can't say, like 1 year he must do it back to back. I mean, if Pep couldn't do that, then hasn't done that. A lot of people can't do back to back, so that's fine. But let's just give him time. He's saying, I can build something and be a 10-year coach or a 15-year coach. And he's young enough to be a 20-year coach, and do something and bring. So I'm hoping this is like a sign of this is the dude, but give him time. Next year, top 4, like you said, top 4 is cool. I like that. I can work with that. And then let's keep going because he did something amazing with fucking average, with garbage. So let's give him more back.
It makes me want to ask you guys.
In one season, we had a W on
Liverpool and Chelsea.
We should be happy.
It's
the dude. But I wanted Arteta. When you just bought yourself a few more years with me, and
I think it's to build.
And manage Ceballos, man, was so good. Everyone looked towards him. I feel like the ball was to move it forward. That dude, he has to stay. Dude, they have to work something out for him. Ceballos is also a packet. Like Gilana is. So at least he's got
so young. He's still young as well. So
yeah, I mean 21.
get him on a permanent move. Huh? He's 23.
How old is he? 23. Okay.
23.
That's not bad.
23 now, yeah.
So what you guys are saying is that this FA Cup, if I'm understanding you correctly, based on your comments regarding the coach, is that maybe not 100%, but this is like 80% a fluke.
No, nonsense.
No, I think
not by any stretch of
no, I think no, I don't think it's a fluke. I just think this is a very unique situation in that Arteta has come in mid-season and we've had COVID and there's been a bunch of things that have happened this season that are not normal.
Anomaly.
And I think, and again, he's not even going to have a full preseason going into the new season. So the thing is time. Klopp had how many windows to try and build, and then they had that huge sale. He had that huge sale with Coutinho, and then he went and got some key players. So key thing for me is give Arteta time, give him the space to build what he thinks is best, and then let things play out. I think he's overachieved, even if not necessarily just from a quality perspective of the squad, but from a mental perspective. Those guys look broken, and Arteta has come in and has wiped the slate clean, and he's given these guys whatever it is in the background, how he's psyched them up again. So he needs just to be given time and the right tools.
And Space Jam.
Yeah, and I think he will take them far, because I think it's important to remember also that he's come in as a head coach, not as a manager. And I think you can see how he's really tried to work on a lot of details with some of these players, and they've said as much as well. So give him the time to keep working with them, and hopefully there's more success around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel this FA Cup should actually just stay in Arteta's house. That shouldn't even go to the Emirates or wherever. That should just, because I said it because if you look at City was never going to be an easy game. And I can almost guarantee you that any of our last three coaches would have potentially lost that game. But because of tactically, he got it right in two of the most difficult games, like in the semi-final and the final.
It's that drinks break.
Right. And the coaching that he does.
And the Sheffield United game, guys. That Sheffield game was also a difficult game, especially for a team like us. Yeah.
We have 1 minute. We have 1 minute left.
Okay, let me say
How
this
about you wrap it up?
the transfer season. Okay, I'll wrap it up. We'll have another show. We'll talk again about Izzo.
No, I want Uno to wrap it up as the host, and we can have individual chats with him.
Okay. All right. I just want to say it's great to end off this season, having started GunaCast, speaking as a champion, talking to champions. That's like the highlight for me. I'm very happy about that, and I don't know. I look forward to more conversations like this next season as well. Where we have more victories.